I've spent the last 500 days building this Minecraft survival world. It may not look like there's a whole much going on, but around the world there are a few hidden gems, such as this small villager trading hall, which will soon be much bigger and turn into this, along with automatic farms thrown around here and there. But there's one thing that all of these builds that I've made have in common, and that's the fact that they're all ancient civilization builds. Now, whether that come from my medieval builds such as this one, or to my Greek temple, there's one thing that all of these have in common, and that's definitely that they're all within my comfort zone. And I mean, let's be realistic here, a little bit easier to prepare for. But today, I'm gonna change that. It's not very often that you see people building modern cities in survival mode, and I think I've narrowed it down to one key reason. And it's because, well, it sucks. That's right, I said it, it sucks. Now before you come at me, let me tell you why. Not only do you have to meticulously plan everything so it's to the correct scale, otherwise you might end up with something that looks a little bit weird compared to the normal Minecraft player, but you also have to spend countless hours mining the same material in very large quantities, while also terraforming until there's quite literally nothing left. Because let's face it, modern cities are huge. But today, I'm determined to make this a fun experience while also stepping outside of my comfort zone and building a modern city all in survival. So without further ado, here's how I did it. Alright, and it's morning. Welcome everyone to the world. It's definitely been a minute since we've been here. If you've never seen it before, here it is. It's our beautiful world. We're on day 487, so pretty much 500, cut me a little bit of slack, but we're technically on 500. Now, quick little recap in case you didn't see what went on. We built this massive temple. I built a couple things off camera, I believe. Let me go ahead and eat a little bit. I don't think I built too much though. I built this on a live stream and also built this. Well, no, this was all done. Never mind. Ignore what I'm saying right now. The only thing that we worked on was up here, which was this massive temple, which means that we did end up finishing off this amazing, beautiful work of art. If I do say so myself, not to, toot my own horn or anything, but I am still very much in love with this build months later, so that's great to know. But yeah, so this is what went on in the past couple episodes. We've been spending time working on this, that's for sure. No interiors. The only interior that I actually added off camera was down here. And yeah, this is just bulk storage now, which I kind of stole for today and what we're doing. So let me go ahead and run on over there. All right, and here we are. Isn't it beautiful? It just looks so great, doesn't it? There's just, wow, some nice dirt just chilling here. I know, it's horrible and it's ugly, but this is going to be the build site for today. As you can see, I mined out a little bit. Look at this beautiful view that stretches across the landscape. We can see our beautiful, beautiful temple and city over there. But today, like you heard, we're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be working on a modern city. I have all the materials in these chests, which by the way is an insane amount. All three of these are filled. This one is only a little bit. And you may notice my level is pretty dang high. And well, that's because I've been mad trading with villagers. It's actually crazy. But without further ado, like I've said already, here it is. So here's all the materials. It's actually insane how much there is. Mostly the brick is new. I already had the sandstone from the temple, which is perfect, and deep slate already. But look at all of these fun materials. It definitely took a while. Lots of trading happened. I think I started at level like 50. And we're at 71 now, so it's definitely been a minute. Got our nice little dog, but first thing is first. This is a little bit ugly. I, I think you can agree with me. So the first things first, before we get into the exciting things, which is building the whole building, we need to fix up this horrible this horrible edge, and we're gonna kind of make it into 2 levels. I'm thinking, okay, hold up, I brought some building blocks so we can see how this is gonna look. So I'm thinking that we like put it down a little bit, kind of move it to a 2nd level, and we're gonna have to get rid of these houses, of course, but move it to the 2nd level, and then it will protrude out once again. I'm running out of room, so I'm thinking something like this, and then here's the thought process for it. So it'll go down right there, and then this will be kind of a 2nd level with like some waterfront townhomes eventually, and then this section right here will just be kind of a walkway that's right next to the water, and eventually probably on stream, which, you know, notifications so you know when I'm streaming on this world. But right here, this whole thing is probably going to be cut back so the river is wider, and then there'll be a bridge like for the cars, so it'll be on that level instead of this walkway level. But like something like the Brooklyn Bridge is probably what I'm going to go for. But this is the line that we're going to be working off of. I honestly could probably leave those houses for now, just because I really don't feel like worrying about them right now. I think it'd definitely be a little bit annoying. And I think, like I mentioned, one of the hardest things is making sure that the scale looks like to our scale, to this scale, to a Minecraft person. So I'm thinking that this is gonna do pretty fine, because we'll have like a road against this wall right here going along, and then there'll be the waterfront properties. So I think that that's enough. Oh, looks rip whoever just passed away right there. But like I said, in order to get this building up, we're gonna need to complete the terraforming, because it's just not gonna look quite right floating in the sky like this now, is it? So I am now going to figure this out. It's definitely gonna be rough and not really exciting for now, but I'm gonna get this figured out so we can begin the actual fun process of building this building up. And bam, there it is. Yep, I know, it's a little bit boring. I just did this simple little wall, and then the road, and then some empty lots, if you will. So let's go ahead and get up close and personal so you can kind of see the vibes. So there'll be a little fence right here, and then these will just be really small like townhomes that are waterfront properties, and then down there you'll be able to walk along, and there'll be another wall right there. It'll be a little bit different, I think. And then this right here is going to be some light action, but obviously I don't really have any good light sources right now, so that's just gonna have to do for now. So it's super simple. It's like not really exciting yet. I mean, it's just this. Next on the agenda is that we need to actually start on the real build. Now it is gonna look something a little bit like this. That is the reference image after all, but I mean, it's probably gonna look pretty close to that, but I'm probably gonna change a couple things. And then obviously I inferred what the back is gonna look like. Oh, and I also added a little sidewalk back here, which is pretty nice. We have the vibes, you know, we know the kind of style that we want it to be, which is perfect, of course. But honestly, I'm ready to start, especially after spending so much time getting all this brick. And honestly, I probably still won't have enough. Like this whole thing, as you saw from the reference image, is pretty much all brick. So wish me luck. Go ahead and make it happen. And just like that, we are done. There it is. So, obviously, I mean, there's a few things. I haven't finished the lighting, but I need to go get the lighting. Oh, and I meant to leave that so I could show you the top. Oh, well. But anyways, so here she is. Our first modern building of this district of buildings. The modern city, I guess. But here it is all the way around. We have this sick, like, massive glass circular thing on the back. And then, of course, it's symmetrical on all the sides. So it's looking pretty nice, though. It's really weird seeing, like, builds I would normally have in a creative world, like, sitting right in front of me in survival. But let's go ahead, peep the inside. Is pretty chill. I didn't want it to be super closed off, so I don't know if I completely love this inside. Like, I don't know, it's a little funky, but we have this cool little stained wood thing in the middle with the desk. And then over here we have this nice little waiting area, or like meeting area if you really want to. Little storage closet in here. And then we have the break room. And then over here, this is just some office spaces along with the first floor bathroom. And then when we go upstairs, we also have some office buildings, or not buildings, office areas. And then of course there's like this little walkway which kind of overlooks everything, with a conference room as well as the second bathroom. So yeah, it turned out pretty nice. I mean, for our first build, which, I'm not trying to have it be too crazy yet. I mean, it turned out pretty good. Definitely like the outside more than the inside. I don't know. I don't know. I think the inside could have been done better. But anyways, we have the building sitting right here, of course, but it's looking a little interesting around. So one thing that's lacking is definitely some pathways, as it's just kind of a brick. It's literally a brick building just sitting here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this around and kind of see if that makes it look just a little bit better. Alright, and just like that, we now have kind of more of a plan than it was before. I mean, it was fine, but now we kind of have some, is it infrastructure? Is roading infrastructure? I don't know. But we have a plan now. So, this road is going to be a two-way road going there and there. Obviously, there'll be more buildings on that side eventually, but this street right here is going to be a one-way street, and it's going to take you down to that second level where the townhouses will be. But like I said, this is just going to be a one-way street. So basically, if you miss your house, then you have to go all the way around. But that's not my problem. Now what we're going to do, and I honestly don't think I have enough material to finish it right now, because I decided to go a little bit crazy down there and also in there. So I'm probably not going to be able to have enough material. I'm going to have to go get some more. But the road is basically going to look like this. I'll give you a little snippet of what, I mean, you kind of saw what it'll look like, but you didn't quite see it with the middle lane. And if Cosmo can move out of the way, that would be, he gets to sit right there now. This is his own fault. So we're going to just kind of throw in little elements like this with the smooth basalt, just to kind of break it up a little bit. And then I'll just, oh my bad, I'll just do this. And then so it's at a better scale. We're going to be doing stairs right here instead of a full block. And there we go. So that's pretty much it, but it's a nice contrast between the buildings, and from far away it looks like smaller lines. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and get what I can done and do it like all the way down there and up there. And I'm probably gonna run out of materials and have to go suffer and get some more, but I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this up really quick, and we can get on to like the final detailing and stuff like that. All right, and now we are finished. So I didn't take too long, and I didn't run out of deep slate. I had like normal deep slate, and then I had to mine it down into the cobbled, but that's fine. Here it is now though, so the road definitely makes it look pretty dang cool. Like, it doesn't feel like our survival world anymore. It just feels like my my creative world that I do on streams. But it's pretty dang cool, but obviously it's a little boring. It's a little boring up here. It's just flat grass with nothing interesting to show for it. So now comes the time where we do like the final detailing, add some plants, some bushes, some benches, all that fun things that you see in cities, and then we could probably call this first part of it complete. All right, I think we can officially say that this is complete. Obviously it's not super fancy, but we got them flowers everywhere looking nice all along the back as well. And I added these 2 custom trees just to kind of make this area seem a little bit more full, and then more flowers all the way around. And it turned pretty good. One thing I forgot to show you guys was the roof. So I put some scaffolding to show you. It's nothing fancy, but you know, just a little bit here and there. There we go. We got some AC vents and stuff like right there. And then some daylight sensors just kind of make it look pretty good. And yeah, so we're chilling. So one thing that I haven't mentioned about this area is that it is going to be kind of like the industrial area of the world. I mean, like it should be. I mean, we're tearing up the forests and taking down mountains, so might as well be the industrial area. And that's because we have a lot of farms that I'm gonna want to be making, such as like moss farms, iron farm, and all that fun stuff. So obviously most of them will probably be underground, but for starters, I was over here when I was terraforming before the video and heard like a bunch of spiders, and I was kind of thinking, you know, maybe there's a mob spawner, and there was. So this is kind of perfect because technically this building isn't quite there yet, which is fine. You know, unfortunately it'll have to be a different building, but that's perfect because now I don't even have to like make a farm. I just need to do the fun part, which is spend 1,000 years making this thing down here. But I am gonna quickly hollow it out and kind of just get it set up and make a bubble elevator, and then we'll eventually see where it pops up. It should be like right here. I don't really know exactly what we're gonna do. Maybe we can do a bar, and then since we need spider eyes for potions, it can be, you know, the potion area. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and dig this out, and then we're gonna see where we're gonna end up, and hopefully it's not too bad of a place. Alright, so it is complete now. Obviously it's like the world's ugliest room, but it's here, and then we have the nice wonderful bubble elevator. But now here is the moment of truth. I need to delete the torches in here and see if it's gonna work okay. Spiders are like a little bit odd to do, if you didn't know, just because they climb the walls and then they have to have a 2x2 thing. So hopefully this is gonna work. Well, one already fell. Let's see if he goes in there or not, or if he gets stuck. Oh, I think he went down. Let's go. He should have fallen. I can hear him. Yo, where you at? Yo, he's like trying to swim back up. Can you stop? Yo, chill. Okay, I think I might have fixed it. I literally made it so big. Oh, and then there's one more thing that I read that you can try and do. And if you do this, which is gonna seem very odd. Oh, it's gonna be odd, alright. But if you do this, then it kind of stops them from climbing because they get stuck on a ledge. So, and if it doesn't work, then please don't take my word for it. But if you put these glass panes all the way around, there's like this ledge, so it won't completely stop them from climbing, but it'll like kind of keep them there, and eventually they'll fall back down. So it does look weird. Yes, it does, and it even looks weird too because now you get to see this, but I think it's fine. I mean, as long as it works, right? That's all that really matters, because then I can still hit them. Okay, so this might help even more. I really made it so they, like, cannot go anywhere. Like, they have to fall. And if this doesn't work, then I'm really out of ideas. Like, I don't know what else would make this work. Okay, this zombie is about to... Are they still dying? Yo, I need them to stop. Oh my god, dude, this is why I don't bother messing with spiders, because they're so annoying, bro. Okay, one last tweak, and then I think that'll do it. I'm gonna do this. Get down. And I'm gonna make it go down one more. And I think this should fix it, because the last thing that they're climbing on... Oh. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This is so ugly and hideous, but I think that this is gonna be the last thing that kind of like makes them stop climbing up the walls. It does look really stupid though. But they fall down here, right? And they kept climbing up this little gap, but now I think that they'll just come down, and then this kind of prevents them from climbing right in the middle. And so I'm hoping that this is the final touch, but let's find out. Yo, I think I did it. I don't see any getting stuck. Let's go. That genuinely took way longer than it should have, but it's finally working. I had to raise it up like 3 more blocks, but they're all now one hit. Obviously, it's a little annoying that they're like so far away, but it does all flow down into this chest, so it successfully works. This little goofy thing up here was me going all the way up here, and this is the block that you have to be on in order for the spawner to work. Although I kind of prefer to be up, like up there, so I can see how many are coming down, but now they don't die. The problem that was happening was they were dying, so they just like, I was like, why are they disappearing? But they were just dying, but they don't get stuck. They stay down at the bottom, and that literally took like an hour, and it should not have taken that long. I thought it was going to be way easier. And then this process just reminded me how much I hate involving myself with spiders. They're so stupid. Like, I'm never doing this again, but thankfully it's done. It's good. I'm going to sit here for just a second, see how many we can get in like 10 minutes, you know, see how many are down there. And then we're going to figure out a few things, plan out some things, and that should be good. So yeah, I'll be back in like 10 minutes. So it's been about 10 minutes. The rates aren't too bad. I think it's nighttime now though, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and drop on down here, see how many are waiting. Oh my gosh, it's only been 10 minutes. Okay, you ready? Oh yeah, that's satisfying. Oh my, yo, I was not expecting this many. It's literally been 10 minutes, like I said. Holy crap. And see, they do get stuck up there, but they stay down there, and then they don't go anywhere else. I was not expecting that many, which is actually crazy, because I don't think I can get all the way in that corner. Spider, come here, spider. That seemed to have proved that this is a successful farm. Oh my goodness, yeah. I say that this is successful. I'm gonna have to make it so you can get them in that. There we go. That'll just be the little corner area, but it's safe to say this is successful, which is perfect because this is the first one. But like I said, I just wanted to clarify a little bit where the next building is gonna go, because I did say it's gonna be based off of where this is, since this is the industrial district, kind of. I mean, it's a modern city, but there'll be farms, like I was saying. I think this one, just because it's the first one, isn't gonna be anything. You may be wondering what those blank signs are. Is because I need a name. So if anybody has any name suggestions on what this first little office building can be, please let me know down in the comments, as that would be great. But anyways, it'll probably be a little bit later on that we build the building for this one, because we have this one will be probably right here, and then there'll be another one right here. Also, one thing I was noticing from the update, the fog is like, I don't know, it's more intense now, and when you go further away, like the color starts to dull until you get close. And then also in the rain, there's like a blue haze when it rains now until you like go underground or inside. I don't know how I feel about it. It honestly reminds me of the Xbox days, because the fog really took the color away. See, look, the color like fades, which really sucks, because typically for my thumbnails I do it from far away and use a spyglass, and now the color kind of fades. And I know that it used to do that. Like, obviously it's gonna fade over there, but I feel like it's way more than usual. Oh, and also they made it so the clouds extend to the horizon, which is pretty dang cool. But anyways, end of the rant, my bad. But yeah, so there's gonna be 2 more buildings, and of course we're gonna continue working on everything. I'm gonna need to replenish the materials a little bit. We still have a lot of brick, a lot more than I thought we would. I think that's gonna be all for today. I'm gonna work on replenishing my tools with that new spider farm, especially because it's so good. Because I just realized that since the spawner is outside of the distance of where like the spiders fall into, it's not gonna mess with the rates of the spawner. And because the killing chamber is so large, they also take longer to like entity cram. So it's perfect, honestly. I'm happy with how that turned out. Not happy with how long it took me to get that figured out, but I am happy with the way it turned out. So make sure you stay tuned, because I'm probably going to be live streaming here in the next couple weeks or so. I'm going on a trip in a couple weeks as well, but I'm going to try and live stream, work on this world, do some terraforming and all that fun stuff. But yeah, if you did enjoy, continue on watching for more content. I'm really excited about this project, and hopefully you are too. Like I said, please comment what we should name this building, and also comment if you have a building that you want me to try building in survival. But yeah, have a good one, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.